let's go ahead and take a look at the test results for this channel that I was talking about, this AI. It's an AI derived channel, and the only thing they trade is Euro USD. That's all they trade. Which is interesting because if you know anything about symbol profitability, Euro USD is the most popular, and it also tends to be the most profitable. I know that gold is like, everybody loves gold. Gold's okay. Sometimes it gets a little crazy, and especially these days, it's a little crazy because, you know, basically you're competing against the Federal Reserve and the U.S. dollar. Anyway, and so that's why you get those crazy wicks. Like on some of the candles, the wicks are just insane. If this is your first time here, we always run the same test. Start with a $10,000 account, and we do 0.1 size lots. And we don't do any trailing stop. We don't do any kind of signal edit or modification. We just want to see how well the signals do. Okay. And so for this specific channel, we did about 14%, 14.39%. Now there's real limited data for this channel. It doesn't have a whole lot of, like I said, it's still in training and there's still some changes that are being made. But I like the format because it's easy to work with. There's not a whole lot of setup involved, right? So, you know, if you've used a copier, you know that in order for a copier to be effective, it has to kind of accommodate a wide range of use cases, right? And sometimes it's hard to predict what those use cases are. And so in order to do that, it does require some manual setup. And I know that some people don't like that. We get people that complain, oh, it should just be ready to go out of the box. Yeah, like we know exactly what's going on in your brain, and the world revolves around you, right? You're gonna have to work to make money. That's just the way that life goes. So the copier is built with, you know, a setup process in mind. Anyway, so let's take a look at the equity curve. So not too bad for this specific month. I mean, we did have a pretty high watermark here of almost 28, about 18%, 18.8%, I think. And then we saw a little bit of loss and then some recovery. Trades all sessions, primarily U.S. market seems to be like the biggest volume. We can see entries by weekdays, entries by months, you know, May, of course. Statistical scattering of wins and losses. This is real interesting because you can see that, you know, our losses all cluster here. Which I like to see. You know, I like to see kind of we have like a, you know, lower risk than we do reward. And this thing trades a lot of symbols. We'll take a look at that. Average holding time, right? Smallest is about 5 seconds. Yeah, you can see all Euro USD. And a lot of signals, a lot of trades. I mean, it will just kind of waterfall into these things. And I think I see some channels that will use the term martingale, and then that's what they mean by martingale is the interpretation that I have, you know, where they're just like, you got a movement and you're just constantly layering in, right? To me, that's not what martingale means. Martingale is like a ridiculous gambling strategy that people for some reason think is profitable. Layering is a little bit different. So that's what this does. It layers a lot of trades. So as I was running through the backtest, I noticed it would have 10, 15, 20 positions open at a time, just kind of layering into them, right? So for us, we just do 0.1 size lots. I think for the guy who's doing this channel, he's got a little bit different risk profile. I think he wants to have kind of a staggered lot size is what he's advising users to do. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah, so you can see that's a lot of trades. A lot of trades. I mean, like look at where the cursor is, and we're at nearly 400 trades. You can see so many trades. Yeah, 1,725 trades. That's pretty crazy. Anyway, kind of an interesting channel. It'll be neat to see where it goes. yeah, I think something like this is a lot better than just some of these sketchy Dubai-based guys that just constantly trying to scam you into giving them money, and it's just, I don't like it. But this is interesting. I'm interested in this, so I thought I'd share it with you.